Okay, guys, so we're continuing with the self-reliant or independence, and also let's go over what I said before about being self-reliant and depending on yourself, making your own money, having your own career and everything. And another way you can also be self-reliant is emotionally. Some women are afraid to be by themselves, which is, it starts from within at the end of the day. It starts from within. If you want to have the divine energy or the black cat energy, you have to learn to rely on you emotionally also. We are human beings, we are all tribes, we all need each other, we all need to love each other. We all need the peace to keep it together. We all do. I'm not trying to like be so independent that you don't need anybody to make you happy or to love you. You need that. You need people. But aside that, if you're in a situation where nobody's there, how would you resolve your own issues? Have you ever thought of that? If you're always relying on people when you're going through stuffs, which is good, you need shoulders, especially if you're a woman. But also, if nobody is there, how do you solve your own issues? How do you go about things that you're going through? Okay? Do you stay with people due to fear? Or you stay with you are able to cut off people and stay by yourself and respect yourself enough? Are you able to sit down and have a self-realization moment, analyze a situation and be like, you know what? I think I deserve better. You know what? I think moving on, this is what I'm going to do. Have you ever had that moment in your life? Or you just go about life always ranting to people, and the moment anything happens to you, pick up a phone? Like there's some people, they are not reliant enough emotionally. Anything that happens to them, they have to pick up a phone. Call their auntie, they have to pick up the phone. Call their friend, they have to pick up the phone. Call their classmate, they have to always have someone on the phone. And the worst is people who come online to talk about it. If something is going on privately and internet people don't know about it, why are internet people there to solve it for you? Why are internet people there to solve it for you? If that thing is supposed to be solved privately with between you and someone who is not from the internet, because they are not emotionally independent. That's where it comes down to. Hola, Linda, Angie, ¿cómo estás? That's where it runs down to, because people who are emotionally independent don't run first thing on social media to complain about what their sister did, about what their mother did, about what their auntie did. Hola, Asia. Where are you guys speaking from? People who are emotionally intelligent and self-reliant, first thing they do when they're going through stuff is they sit down, take a break, sit down if they need to, talk about or analyze whatever they're going through, and ask themselves, what are the necessary steps I have to take moving forward? Linda, gracias. What are the necessary steps I have to take moving forward? What should I do? How should I address this situation? What should I tell this person? That's someone who is very intelligent emotionally and who relies on themselves emotionally. They don't just pick up the phone and call every tia or tío of theirs and ask them what they should do. At least you have to be matured enough to know what to do in every situation. So that's the first thing. Always que guapa, gracias. That's one thing you always have to have in your mind to make sure you develop that self-independence, and especially in the emotional aspect, and also spiritually. Spiritually, you have to always pray, protect yourself by any means possible that is going to help you grow spiritually. Amiga, hola Asia, bienvenido a mi vivos. Oh my God, I'm not ready to speak Spanish. Saludos de Costa Rica, pura vida. ¿Dónde eres? Yo estoy en Barcelona. Okay. Oh, this was so sweet. They got me speaking Spanish, guys. Hola. So, like I was saying, don't just, some people don't even know, some people don't believe in anything. And for me, I don't, I don't, I don't know, it's that trust of loving people or trusting people who actually believe in something higher than them. Because people who only believe in themselves and don't believe in anything higher than them tend to be arrogant. Liamade? I don't know. I think this must be Portuguese. I feel like people who don't rely on themselves spiritually and always live in their head and believe that there is nothing higher above humanity, I feel it's more of ego. Okay? They always look for their ego. Like their ego directs them and they believe above them there is no. Adios guapa, adios Asia. Hola and Ziri. Oh my god, the names are crazy. Hola. Some people operate from their ego, and that doesn't only apply to men, women as well. There's some women who operate from their ego, and the feminine ego is the worst thing, especially if you don't have a spiritual life, especially if you don't believe in God and you operate from your ego as a woman. That is a dangerous place to be, because as a woman, it's always important to trust in something above you and submit to a higher force. It could be spiritual, it could be the universe, it could be God, it could be whatever you want to believe. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be what everyone. Soy morena como tú y linda como tú. Oh, Adziri, encantada. I don't know what Asia is saying. Y vuelto. Has vuelto. Has vuelto hacia. It's always. ¿De dónde eres hacia? It's always important to have the belief that and the faith, because women, we go through stuffs. I have been through stuffs that I had to rely on God to get me out of it, and my reliance on God has brought so much, like it has given me that strength that I needed as a young woman, a lot, and that wisdom, just because I believe in God, just because I don't rely on my ego, because my ego took me, fine, it helped me, but then it took me to a pit where God has to bring me out of it. España. ¿Qué dices? Yo también estoy aquí en España. ¿Qué parte? Eres muy linda. Oh, gracias. So like I was saying, my ego took me into a pit hole, a dark place that only God was able to save me out of that. So imagine as a woman, I had no kind of reliance on God and I only depended on my intelligence, which a lot of people do. De nada. Which a lot of people do. ¿Hablas un poco de España? Un poco de inglés? Bayadulit. Oh my God. Baladulit. No entiendo. Imagine as a woman, the only thing you rely on is the direction of your head. And even as women, we're not even supposed to live in our head. We're supposed to flow. We're supposed to live in the feminine, in that essence of trust, faith, belief, and not ego. I feel like men thrive there because they're more of logical beings. But as women, unless you have a man in your life who's like directing the whole ship, I feel like God is really important. You'll see. No entiendo qué es Beladulit. It's really important to have that spiritual independence and then the emotional one, which is also critical. To be able to think for yourself, to be able to decide for yourself and not have, sometimes, our parents eat into our head. You should do this, you should do that. If you don't have the groundness of where you want to go and like the focus and already decided what you want to do, everybody will shift you here and there. You'll be just going up and down. Guapa, guapa te amo. Te amo también. People will move you here and there. Oh, you should do this, you should do that, because things are going on and everybody wants to live through other people. Okay, people want to live. Your parents want to live through you. So are some of your siblings. So are some of your friends. They will tell you to try stuff. So you need to be grounded. Don't let people decide your emotions or control in any way. and rely on something higher than you, okay? I would say something which is of good energy, which is of light energy. I can't decide for you, obviously not. And it also comes to the mental and psychological independence. Te amo, te amo, te amo también. You know, it also comes down to the mental one, also, and the psychological one, where I ask women this: are you easy to manipulate? Are you easy to control? I see women who are easy to manipulate, easy to control. They have no intelligence. Like, really, you should read, you should travel, you should be well educated, you should know how the other gender, if you're into men, you should know how they think. That is mi boy, yeah. Vale, gracias, guapi. You should know how the other gender think. You should enter into the other gender's mind. So escribe, oh, gracias, gracias, muchas gracias para subscribir. You should always know how the other gender thinks. I love women who are smart. I love women who are very intelligent, who are not always, I know everything. They are easy to teach. They are easy to learn something. De nada, te amo hacia. They are easy to teach. They know how the other gender thinks. I'll use someone as an example. Lori Harvey. She has the finesse. She thinks like a man. She's able to enter into men's mind and make them fall in love. Kind of like mind F them. You should learn to read people. A woman with a black cat energy is very, very intelligent. You have to have that in mind. They are not women who just walk around like Barbie dolls. They might look like they don't know anything, but they are very deep. They are very deep mentally. One conversation with them, women who have in that dark energy are very smart. One conversation, they realize, damn, it's like they know what they're doing. They're not just doing things for nothing. Y dale, dale, like. See, dale, like. They know what they're doing. They're not just doing things for nothing. They are well read, they are well educated, well cultured, well spoken, like everything, rounded. Okay, when it's time to go about business, they can, like, you need them on your team. When it's time to make people do what they want, they know how to do it. They might act like they don't know what they are doing. Tengo 7 años. 7 años. Oh, wow. Qué bien. ¿Y tienes móvil? Wow, I have a 7-year-old with a phone on my live, which is weird. I feel like, wow. ¿Y tú? Yo tengo 20 años, cariño. Oh my God. I feel like kids, well, I'm not doing anything explicit, but by this time, a kid with phone, I feel a bit like, like parents. Sí, tengo móvil 13 Pro Max. Wow. Hey, let me continue with my stuff. So like I was saying about the psychological mind. Yeah, true. So like I was saying, the mindset alone, their mindset alone, when you get to know them and you read their mind, you realize they don't just have this mystery. Okay, they're not just, they're very deep people. You can't manipulate them. You can't trick them. Like, if a man is coming to them with game, they've probably seen that even by his appearance. They know, oh, he's not about anything. Oh, they know who to give their mind to and who not to. They know who is this and that. Like, just like men date women and know which category they are in, they also do same. Think like a man, act like a lady. Basically, they embody that whole thing. ¿Qué te dedicas? A YouTube. I had this kid asking me questions. Okay? they embody that whole Steve Harvey's thing. They're not just gullible or easy to manipulate. They might end up manipulating the man. So if you're the type who's always crying because of a man, who's always in trouble because of a man, please, in order to get there, you have to take this seriously. You have to take your energy back. Take all your energy back from these people. Take your energy back. Stay solo for a while. As in, talk to people, talk to men, but don't get too like emotionally invested. And learn to know who you are. Learn to know yourself. Dedicate time for yourself. Get to know who you are and love yourself. Read about men. Get to know them by taking your power back. Because sometimes if you're in a relationship with them, you can't read them because you're already in it. So learn to take that back and learn about them from afar, from a distance. And get back into the dating scene and see how it goes. See how it goes. You'll be so pleased you did that. We've all been in a cycle or in that stage in our lives where men treated us bad because we didn't know better. It happens to the best of us. To your favorite relationship coach has probably had their heart broken several times because you have to learn. You have to go through it to know it. I have, and I'm telling you today what helped me. Men, you might think, oh, men love dumb women. You have to act like it, but they don't like it per se. You have to act like you don't know it, but actually act like it. Let him teach you things, but act like it. So that goes for the mental and psychological one. And also financial independence, which is part of the self-independence that you need to embody. Those women make their own money. They are dedicated to something. Hiya. Si te trabo. I don't know what he means. Those women knows how to make money, okay? They are about their money. They are about their bag. They are not boy crazy and boy fan and just sitting around all day talking about men. They have options as women. They have men, bunch of them wanting to be with them, so they don't spend like they move on quick if a man is acting weird. If he moves weird, they don't have time for all of that shenanigan. So if you want to embody that energy, you have to be cutthroat. You have to be a bit of a savage. You have to learn when to get up from the table and walk away. They don't sit down and wait to be disrespected. 1 ounce of disrespect and they're out the door. You just have one chance with them. And when they're done, they're done. So depend on yourself physical, because some women are not able to leave even though they are in a very bad abusive relationship. Because I recently saw a girl on TikTok who was with a guy because of money. She couldn't leave and all of that. It happens all the time. A lot of women are not able to leave a relationship because they are being abused emotionally, financially, and physically. Okay? Learn to have ways to make money and not let a man put it in your hand. Because if you reach that point where he always has to give you, he will start insulting you. Unless he's very rich and you're like a trophy. Even those trophies sometimes go through a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. And you don't want to be in that situation where you can't leave and you're tied to him because of his money. I feel like those women don't get to that point. So maybe you could have your little YouTube, you could start your business, you could be doing things that you love. Pour that energy. All that energy, don't give it to only him. Pour all of that energy into yourself by starting a business, by, start doing things that you love. Like, I love YouTube. That's why I'm still here by this time. It's past 12. I don't care. Dedicate your life and your feminine essence into something, and which can at the same time bring you money. So if you're a girl who knows how to bake, start doing videos on YouTube, on TikTok. That's a business idea. Start doing all of those things you love, broadcasting it on social media, and at the same time selling them online. Like if you know how to make jewelries, I love jewelry, so I sell them over here to have some money, So if I don't have a man, I've not dated for like years now, and I don't care. I don't care. It's not like I need a man. I don't, because most women only need men because of money. So they'll go with anything that has money, even if there is an abuse attached with it. Look at what happened to recently Cassandra. He was with Diddy because of a bad contract, and also because of money. If she had so much money like Beyonce and the rest, or like Rihanna, she wouldn't sit in such a relationship. She would just leave. Like one hit, if Diddy would have hit her one time, she would have just left. But she didn't have the finances. I'm sure she didn't have that money too. And it's sad to see women in a situation whereby they are tied to a man, even if he's a bad man, because of money. It gets like, it's so heartbreaking. So learn to find ways and means. If that means pursuing a career that you love, don't let him talk you out of it. Because some women who want a man's validation so much, they'll ask him if they should do something all the time. They are so nice. They want to do things that will make the man happy or proud of them. So they want to do things like, oh, babe, should I do this? Should I do that? I remember before I started my YouTube channel, there was this guy that I was seeing, and I told him about starting a YouTube channel. That was like 2 years ago. And I was like, I see myself having a YouTube channel, a very huge platform where people all over the world watch me and they support me, and I'm independent and I don't have to go and work for somebody else. I see myself doing that, but I don't know when to start. I don't even know what to talk about. This is what I told the guy, and he went like, "Oh, really? I don't think you should do that." And he was trying to talk me out of it because he knows that my energy is making him go far. My energy was making him look good, making him go far. And he knows the moment I take my energy back and I start doing things that I love, like what I'm doing right now, I wouldn't have the time to wait for his calls. I wouldn't have the time to wait for him to just decide. I would like be so independent and do my thing. And most men don't want that. Most men want to have control in such a way that they want you to need their validation. They want you to kind of like always be behind them. And those men don't care. Those men don't care. They're not going to wait for you to like them or not. Let me close this. I haven't sipped my tea in a while. Ouch. I'm suffering from this cold. I feel like I'm okay now because I took some meds. So I'm okay. I'm just a little bit low on energy. A little bit low on energy. But I'm fine. What did Asia say? Te amo. Hola. I don't know if Asia is Spanish or not. I doubt because of the stuff he writes or she writes. So, with the financial one, which I was talking about, the guy who, yeah, he knew that once I start taking my focus off him and just focus on my life, it would be over for him. I wouldn't give him any attention because I was giving a lot of attention. I cared so much, like to the point where I remember one time being angry that we are not going on dates weekly because we used to go on dates every week. I was like, we don't go on dates every week. If you think I had something to do every weekend, well, would I care? I wouldn't care. I would even be busy telling him I have stuff to do. I can't go out this weekend. So I cracked that code. I was like, you know what? I have to find a life. I have to find friends. I don't have to center my life around one man. Because some women, once they meet this man and they're in love, they throw everything away. They forget they had a life before. They threw everything away. It's like, oh, my life don't matter. I'm here. Like, you're the love of my life. I'm not letting you go kind of attitude. And they center everything around him. So much power you give to a man. And when he leaves you high and dry, baby, the pain is going to be so deep. So deep. You wonder if this was the same person you put on a pedestal you were in love with. Don't get to that point. Oh, don't get to that point. So when it happened like that, I sat down, I was like, I could just start on doing my thing. just doing my YouTube, just going on about my life and investing into me, having friends, going out with them, and not care. So what did I do? I walked away. And I was like, I deserve so much better. So don't be the girl who throws everything away once you see a man. You just throw your whole life away, throw your whole friends away. Some people stop talking to their friends once they're in a relationship and they're in love. They forget about their friends. Every day they have to see their man. Please. That is a setup. Your mind is setting you up if you're in that mentality. Your mind is setting you up to be manipulated. Because what do manipulators and abusers do? They like to isolate you, so they can get the chance to do what they have to do to you. So if you're the type who leave your friends and families and isolate yourself and be with a man every day, he'll be like, easy prey. He'll be there like, she's an easy prey. Every time she wants to see me, every time she wants to be around me, let me start controlling her little by little. Now he can start whispering into your ears, oh, your family don't love you, your family are this, your friends are this, your friends are that. You believe him. Then he start drawing you away from your friends and family slowly. They start like that. Now you will start hating your whole friends and family because you think they hate you because he told you they do. So you're going to leave them and jump into his arms. And wherever he takes you, you don't even know, because at this point, you have cut everyone who loves you and who sees what is going on from the outside. You've cut them off. So now who's going to advise you? No one. Because you've thrown everything away. You don't have any support system now. He has you wrapped around his finger like a pasta. Okay? He has you wrapped around your finger. And he's going to do the worst thing to you. We see every day happen to people. We see it happen to people every day who are not intelligent enough to spot what. Sometimes your family will see someone, they will tell you, I feel like this person, their energy is off, they're not good people, stay away from them. And this dummy will go and tell the guy, oh, my parents said they don't like you, you have this, or my sister said they don't like you, you have this energy. And then they're going to lie to you, gaslight you like, oh, I think your sister hates you. I think your mom is this. It's because you're so in love and you've already thrown away your life for this person, you're going to believe what they're saying. And you're going to be like, yeah, I think you're right. Even back when I was 5 years, my mom did this to me. Then you start remembering random stuffs that maybe your mom actually did out of love. And use that as a validation to what he said. You actually validate his gaslight because you want him to accept you so bad. And you end up cutting off your family members and friends to be with someone who actually hates you. He's the real hater. Because you can't even read emotions. You can't read people. You don't even have a backbone. You're not grounded in yourself. You don't know anything about sporting bad people. And worse, if you don't have any financial freedom, if you don't have a way to make money and you also depend on him financially, woe to you. You jump into this man's God knows where he's taking you to. He lets you cut off all your friends and family so he can do the worst things to you. I pray no woman goes through that. I pray we all mature enough to have some self-reliant, to not always see every man that comes into our life as saviors, as Prince Charming, because there are bad ones out there also. And you have to stay focused on your life instead of a man. Because if you center your whole life around a man and he comes and you have nothing going on for you, he is going to use you and dump you. They need our feminine essence. Men need our feminine essence to thrive. They need all that emotions, all that tantrum you throw every day. Your man, why do you think men love women who are toxic and who are crazy? Because it makes them feel good. It boosts their ego. It makes them feel at least someone is crazy about them. The love they couldn't get for their mom, you give to them. You care so much. You get angry when he doesn't call you. You break things when, he's talking to another girl. You get so jealous. He loves that ego boost. He needs that energy to go and ask other girls out, to cheat well, because if you love him that much and you care that much, then that means there are lots of women like you who care. So he's going to expand his option. He's going to try and get more women. Okay? He's going to expand, explore, find more victims. Because you're crazy about him. You're not a challenge to him. He doesn't have to crack his brain to know if you love him or not. You're angry. Like, you give him so much emotions. But what if you take your energy back and you're able to focus on your life, on yourself, and advance in life? So he wonders why you don't love him. So he gets in his emotions because you don't care. That is the whole trick of self-independence. It's not to be the strong woman. It's to be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially very independent about yourself. Okay? Leave the physical for the man to do the protection and the provision. But stash your money, stash your life, so that whenever he leaves, you level up. Because once you're with him, you are already planning your next move. Once you're with him, you aren't giving your emotion away for free. You're actually focusing your emotion to something which is going to reap so much benefit. But you were with him because, because you had to, maybe because you love him, I don't know. But deep down, your focus is still on your life. You know where you have direction as a woman. You're like, okay, if this man leaves, I know this business is going to thrive because I've been able to save money. I know, like, once I was with him, I was able to learn so many things. And you just go on. Once it's over, you level up. And he gets shocked because he thought you were this dumb girl who was just with him and didn't know what she wants to do in life. So the moment he sees that it's over and you're like in this high place that you level up so quick, he's going to be in his emotions for the rest of his life, because you're always going to be the girl who got away. The girl who got away and didn't have to text him always or be like the girl who's still talking to her ex. You left and you left for good, because that was a stepping stone for you. That you were independent, but you didn't show it because you're smart. You don't have to portray it. You were smart about it. So when you left him, you didn't try to come back because you can rely on yourself emotionally. You know how to rely on yourself emotionally. You don't have to go back and forth to know if someone is good for you or not. One time and you're done. One time and you're done. You are going to shock him if you're able to do that. One time, you learn your lesson, you move on, you don't text him, you take him out of your contact and like any social media of yours, and you just focus on your life. And you level up from him to something better, and you never came back. You will always be the girl he talks about. You'll be like the girl he was in love with but got away. Okay? And the next one is also, in addition to the independence, is don't wait for a man. Some of you, like I was saying, put a hold on your life because you want to please men and actually society. So you feel bad to move on with your life and do things for yourself. Which is not a bad thing, to want to do things for yourself and be selfish. I feel like women thrive better when we are selfish because we have a biological clock. We always do. I don't think you can give birth in your 60s, but some men can. Some men can. But most women up to, I think, 50. And even some women can't give birth in their 50s. My stepmom, when she was in her 46, because I think, yeah, she remarried with my dad when she married my dad when she was 40 something. She couldn't have babies. Okay, she couldn't have babies. Some women from the age of 45, their fertility might decline. So we have a biological clock to us. So we have to be, it's okay for us to be selfish. We have to. We have to be selfish. We have to not wait for you. If you want to go and get your life together, if the man wants to go and get his life together, baby, let him go and get it together. You move on. If a marriage, one of my lights went off. If a marriage opportunity comes, grab it. Don't be like, oh, I'm waiting for this person. I know someone who did this. Okay? I know someone in my family whose partner traveled for about 20 years and they were waiting for them and they never came back to marry them. They never got a ring. They never did. And it's very detrimental because you invest all your youth into them, into that person, only to get a betray, like they betray you. This is a betrayal. That you tell me to wait for you, I did, and you ended up, not holding your end of the agreement. That man was selfish. He chose himself and his happiness. So choose yourself and your happiness. If he tells you to wait for him, listen. I mean, just say okay because. But if he's taking too long and a better opportunity comes, baby, grab it. Grab it and go for it. If it's meant to be, it will find a way to be. And that takes me to, I heard Steve Harvey talking about his marriage with Marjorie. How he had two wives before Marjorie. And they still found their way. Marjorie also went ahead, got married, divorced, had babies, and they still found their way. They still found their way. So don't put a hold on your life because you want to please someone and you want to hold your end so bad that the time is ticking. You know the time is ticking. You know it's time to pack up and leave. You pack up and leave. Some women don't know how to get up from the table and pack up and leave. Like, okay, I've had enough. I plan to wait for you for 5 years. I'm a woman. I'm not a tree. This is what I need and I want. So if you want me, then you got to do it and do it quick. Some of you trust these men so much that you don't put your foot down. You're not strict about your life. You put them before everything else. You put them before your life. And they end up looking like the king and they're not actually putting in the work of the king. Don't hold out your life for anybody. Go for your dreams, pursue your career, earn that money, go for that modeling career. I have 10%. Go for whatever comes into your heart that you want to do. Start your YouTube, start your business, travel before you wait for a man. Do all of that before you wait for a man or someone else in order to do it. And even if it's your friends who you want to do something with and they don't want to do it with you, you go and do it alone or find people who want to do it with you. You don't wait for anybody. If you want to embody the black card, the divine feminine energy, you don't wait for people. You just go for it. You just be savage. Just go for it. Yeah. And I think that's where I'm going to end this. I'll come back next time to talk about the rest of the points. I think this is the 4th or 5th episode or 6th episode. I think this is the 6th episode of the Black Cat Energy. So if you're watching this video and you want to see the previous ones that I did, the previous episodes, please go to my channel. Go to the live section where there's a live. You see the Black Cat Energy. You can watch the previous videos. And don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Because I have more juicy stuff coming. You will love it. I have to go to bed. It's like 12:30. It's been a really fun. It's really been fun talking about this archetype, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about more stuff on relationship and femininity, the mixture of the two, because I have it on my. If you check my, how do you call it? Not the profile, the other one, the banner. I think it's a YouTube banner, whatever. And I also have other videos on femininity, so you should check my playlist also. I talk about that. So I'll do more girls talk. It was nice having all of you here, all of you who watched my live, who sent messages, who gave it a like, who have subscribed, and I hope you also have subscribed. Helping the community grow. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for having you guys on my team. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. I might do a live. And I'll continue with this particular chapter because it's so interesting. 8th episode. Hola! Oh, okay. I think they are back again. And we might have more episodes. So I'll continue tomorrow. Hey, Adzuri, mañana vengo a hacer otro vivo. No sé. Entonces, suscríbete y cuando vengo sale la notificación en tu móvil, ¿ok? Buenas noches, cariño. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to, if you want to watch the whole live, when I'm done with the live, I'll post it, okay? I'll repost it on my live. It will be my live section. Go to my YouTube home, move to videos, shorts, and I think live. You can watch everything there. I'll post it there so you can watch from the beginning. I said a lot of interesting stuff, so don't miss anything. Good nighty. Bye. Bye, voy a ver más videos. Muy bien. Sí, sí. Bye. Love you guys. Te amo a todos.